In this video, we're going to discuss two things. What makes tennis different from other sports? Because in this video, we're going to talk about the main topic is why tennis is a game of mistakes. The second thing we're going to talk about is the 3 levels of mistakes that you could be making in tennis and understanding the difference because they are different. So the reason why this video is important is because it's very hard to mount an attack in tennis if you don't understand the difference between the quality of errors that you could be making. And the quality of the difference is very different from any other sport. And I think this mindset has to shift. It's like when we watch ESPN, what do we see? We see the highlight reel. We see where the player made the good shot. But we don't see all the mistakes it took to get there. Now in other sports like basketball, football, or baseball, all those mistakes don't add up to extra points for the other team. You know, yeah, maybe in basketball I missed a shot or a pass gets intercepted or picked off and the team goes down, but they still have to score the point. They still have to make it in the basket. You know, same thing in football. I throw a pass as a quarterback, or you see a quarterback throw a pass and it gets intercepted. Well, you know, I still have my team still has a chance to tackle that player. But in tennis, it's totally different, and this is the key. When you make a mistake in tennis, your opponent gets a point. They don't have to do anything. They get a point. They don't have to hit a winner because you made the mistake. They get a point. This is a key distinction that I think a lot of players, when we come in and we see all the other sports, we bring that old mindset into tennis. We think of just going for the flashy shot, and we don't give enough credit to those mistakes we make. Those mistakes are what is killing your game, and we have to manage those mistakes because you're going to make mistakes. That's the focus of the game. We're both as your opponent, or what I'm trying to do to my opponent is make them make a mistake, and what they're trying to do is make me make a mistake. So it's going to happen. The key is managing your mistakes and making sure the mistakes you do make are what I call quality mistakes. So let's talk about the 3 levels of mistakes that you could be making so you understand the different quality levels. There's 2 general mistakes that you could be making, which is a unforced error, which is a shot where I just miss it for no reason at all, but I'm going to give you 2 specific reasons most people make unforced errors, and there are forced errors. So let's talk about unforced errors. There's 2 levels of unforced errors that I think of. The first level is an error of execution. This is where I have an opportunity or I'm trying to do something and I know exactly what I'm trying to do, but I don't execute. For instance, if I'm trying to go forehand cross court and I miss it wide a little bit, that's an error of execution. I know I'm trying to go cross court, but I miss my target. Or if I'm coming in, I'm trying to hit a deep volley and I miss it into the net. I know what I'm trying to do, but I miss my shot. These are errors of execution. Now the second level of mistakes are what I call errors of shot selection. This is when you can either change your mind, you see the ball coming and you think, oh, I'm going to go down the line now, and at the last second you change your mind and you try to go back cross court and you make a mistake. This is also where at the last second you see a ball and you don't know where you're going to go at all. You're just kind of winging it. Okay? This is a very low level error. These are the errors we definitely want to weed out of our game. Now, the other type of error is what we call the forced error. A forced error is what I call actually a high quality mistake. This is when your opponent is hitting a good shot, a good quality shot, and they're moving you into a corner. They're putting you in a tough position, and you're trying to still get another ball back. Now, if you make these kind of mistakes, you still add an element of pressure to your opponent because they feel like they have to come up with quality shots to beat you. So it's really important that out of all 3 errors, we want to make sure if we're going to commit errors, they must be forced errors. Now I know this is going to happen for everybody, but this is what we're going to strive for mentally, is to always make forced errors. Next level, if we're going to make a mistake, we make mistakes of execution. The last level of errors that we really don't want to be making is mistakes of shot selection. This can be avoided just by knowing what you're going to do and having a good plan. So, in review, tennis is different from any other sport in the sense that if we go for a shot and we miss it, the opponent's going to get a point. This is unlike any other sport, and that's why we have to change our mindset about how we think about tennis. Also, the 3 different levels of errors. What we want to be making is quality mistakes, which means that your opponent is going to force you. This is at the top, where your opponents force you to make mistakes. At the next level, the mistakes we might be making are mistakes of execution. We know what we're going to be doing, and we miss it. We don't have enough margin, we aim a little too close to the line, or we hit it a little bit too big, but we know exactly what we're going to be doing. The lowest level mistakes that we don't want to do when we want to weed out of our game are mistakes of shot selection. This is where we don't know what we're going to be doing and we miss a shot, or where we have a decision and we change it. We want to stick with those decisions so we don't make these types of mistakes.